the footage that everybody is seeing being looped over and over is very short, but let's play it. I don't think it's any sound. We can play it as we talk. Let me see. Actually, it might be a look at explosion sound. Oh no, there isn't. So this is what everybody's talking about, and I'll read the caption here in just a second.
Yeah.
This is from Carl Za. Drone attack on Kremlin, which Russia said was assassination attempt on Putin. We're entertaining no holds barred stage of war. This will not end well for Ukraine or the West. That's Carl Za, friend of the show, also friend of the network. Your initial thoughts on the story in general, just the overall story, and just to be specific, you're not here in a sort of a reporting capacity on this story. You're just here giving your opinions, because it's it's still a lot that needs to develop and needs to come out before we can really develop opinions. But what is sort of your reaction to the story, the overall story?
This is the surprise, because I don't know the answer to this one.
Yeah. Surprise. Okay. All right. So all right. So let me take these other videos down, because I need all my bandwidth for this one, because Sabby's gonna be like, oh no, are you serious? I'll be like, yeah. All right. So this is going to, oh Lord. All right, so you saw this before, but we really didn't get deep into it. But let's talk about the corporate media, right? The corporate media, sometimes they'll put out some cringe articles, and we're like, ugh. But this one's cringe. Oh Lord, this shows that really for them, it's just like, they embrace the left and the right quite equally, at least in my opinion. Roger, I hope you're ready with your thumbs, because you're about to start commenting a lot.
I'm curious. You got me curious, okay.
JB. All right, so what is this power player? Let's go. It says power list. This is from Politico. And if you look, it talks about, let's go. It says Politico's the recast is back with our annual power list. 40 power players who shape the intersection of race, culture, politics, and policy in 2022. Our list spans party affiliation, race and gender identities, and political ideologies. Some might ask, how can we include Florida Governor Ron DeSantis on the same list as Vice President Kamala Harris? Our answer, whether you love them or hate them, their impact on American politics cannot be denied. This list is not ranked in order in any particular way. It was created through rigorous selection process with input from various reporters and editors and, the audience through this submission form. Now, this to me seems like they're legitimizing people who have horrible politics and shit takes. That's just me. But it's fun to, to look at these people point and laugh. But who's first? Eric Patola. As for flipping the GOP district to become the first Alaska native in Congress. Now, if I'm correct, wasn't this the person who endorsed the Willow Project?
She did. She defended it. She defended Biden's actions about that, even though it will harm indigenous communities.
I told you this was going to be cringe. You ready?
All skin folk and kin folk. She's indigenous. She's indigenous.
Yep. Indigenous people have their Candace Owens just like we have ours.
Wow, man.
All right. Next, we have Adrian Fontes and Cisco Aguilar. As for beating election deniers to secure their roles in key battlegrounds. All right.
I don't know who those guys are.
I don't know. Ad Bunny. for using his platform to put pressure on Puerto Rico's government.
What is a Bad Bunny?
Bad Bunny is I think Bad Bunny is like a music performer.
Oh, is this like
Yeah.
new? Because is he hip hop? I don't know new hip hop.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Some people in the chat might be like, "You guys don't know who this is?" I'm like, no, I don't.
No, unless he's Tupac or KRS-One, I don't know who the hell he is. I'm old.
Yeah.
We have Dimitri Askalakis as for his relentless efforts to raise awareness about the perils of mpox. I don't know what the hell mpox is.
Interesting. Don't know the dude.
Me neither. But you know who he looks like? Off of MSNBC. Chuck Todd.
I could see that a little bit.
Mm-hmm. He looks like a Chuck Todd.
Although he has a full-grown beard, and Chuck Todd has like the seal, the little seal goatee thing, like that the seals have, that little thing,
Look, somebody needs to tell Chuck Todd that 1995 called it wants his goatee back.
No, it reminds me of Color Me Bad. Like it.
I want to sex you up. Rock, tick, tock, get out. Stop. Oh, Lord. We're going to have fun. All right. So, Byron Donalds for his rise under the spotlight for the GOP speakership drama. Oh, Lord.
They just put in anybody in this list.
Yep. Toss him in. You're going to notice a theme, by the way. Just stick with it. Wes Moore for breaking Maryland's color barrier to become the state's first Black governor.
That's it. Like it just.
That's it.
Oh boy, it's like what you do though. What have you done?
I remember him. I remember him being on a episode of Oprah back in the day. That's why I remember him from. Kamala Harris. Wait. Let me read the caption. It says, for leading the White House fight for abortion access into the midterm.
What? Oh my God.
And they could have chosen a better picture.
How is that? How did she make the power list?
Good Lord. You're not going to like the next one, though. Oh, gosh. Savvy, this is so cringe. Elon Musk. It says for buying Twitter and changing the rules of hate speech on the platform.
They put anyone on this list now.
Yeah. You get credit just for buying Twitter? Dear God, these people.
This is terrible. Jesus.
Chris Smalls.
All right, that's legit.
Yes. For spearheading the grassroots labor movement that led to Amazon's first union. Now, this is probably the only people on the list that I'm cool with. Because
they should have probably listed him first.
They should have. And also, Chris Smalls was recently in Cuba for May Day.
Yep.
So I ain't gonna lie, he got some respect out of me for that. And the inside of his jacket is the Notorious B.I.G.
Yep.
So I gotta respect that. Anyway, moving on. Cheryl Griner and Lindsay Kagwa-Colas says for their laser focus on securing Brittany Griner's highly publicized release. I'm not mad at this either.
Okay.
I'm not mad at that either. because, Brittany Griner.
Yeah, that one I can understand.
Yeah. So it's like not all cringe, but this is, a couple bright spots. Catherine Cortez Masto for her Nevada win that helped Democrats hold the Senate.
That puts her on the list?
Right?
You can just put someone on that list, put so-and-so on the list because they went to work today.
Yeah. I put all my clothes on by myself this morning. Put me on the list. Put me in, go.
This is something else. Oh dear.
Okay. Anna Paulina Luna, Lori Chavez de Rimmer, Monica de la Cruz, and Juan Cisco Mani says for harnessing the slow but steady shift among some Latino voters to the GOP.
That puts them on a list?
Right?
I don't understand this. What about the people who can't? Where are the people who canvassed for candidates, right? Who canvassed in phone bank? Those people should be on this list. Not the. What is
this? Oh man, they call this the power list.
Oh, God. Aye.
Reggie Bobbin for serving as a key negotiator on cannabis policy in Schumer's office.
For doing his job?
For doing his job. I mean, he got a nice edge. That's all I'll say. Nice edge. And yeah, good waves too. Anyway, this one is California Reparations Task Force for setting the standard on statewide reparations policy.
So Camilla came on to talk about that. Camilla's a part of that.
But if you notice, this is an audience pick.
Oh.
That's why it's not cringe.
Interesting.
For the most part, you're going to notice the audience picks are different than what you expect Politico to pick. So keep in mind.
Otherwise, they probably wouldn't have been listed there.
Nope. All right. So Marjorie Dennis Felser says for being the most politically relevant voice in the anti-abortion lobby.
What do they mean by politically relevant voice? Like what for being the most politically relevant voice of the anti-abortion rally? That's a lot there. Like just
let me see. Dennis Feller watching the landmark decision die was a sweet vindication, a major victory for the wake of a decades-long effort to eradicate abortion once and for all. As president and co-founder of Susan B. Anthony Pro-Life America, one of the most powerful anti-abortion groups in the country, she's been dubbed the woman who brought down Roe.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's who that person is. Ketanji Brown Jackson. I know. We all know who she is.
It's just these are not people I would have chosen.
No. It says for ascending to the highest court and dominating hearings with her incisiveness.
Boy, I tell you.
Yep, I tell you. Benny Thompson and Liz Cheney. Let me read it. It says for embracing bipartisanship to call out the white nationalism in the 1-6 attacks. Cringe anymore? All right.
That's just terrible. Like they're really trying. Oh boy.
Y'all know who this is. Hakeem Jeffries for consolidating power as the first Black party leader in Congress. Consolidating power.
Like, who wrote this?
That's the real question.
Who wrote this? Consolidating power?
Consolidating. Dear God. Gosh. Retta Joe Lewis says, for insisting U.S. companies play a role in global conflicts.
Just for insisting?
Okay, so Retta Joe Lewis shattered a glass ceiling when she was confirmed by the Senate in 2022 to run the Export-Import Bank of the United States, the country's only official export credit agency. Lewis serves as the first Black woman to oversee the nearly 90-year-old bank's entire portfolio as president and chair. XIM authorizes billions of dollars of export credit loans and guarantees annually a supported estimate of $10.6 billion of U.S. export sales in 2022 during Lewis's first year of office.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Our country really needs like some heroes or something, right? Like, I mean, like.
Right. Shay Moss says, for being the face of everyday Americans fighting attempts to overturn you know what.
Wow, man. They really were desperate for people for this list.
And like, they kept going to.
Well, where are all the activists, JB?
That's a good question. But you see the theme running, right?
Mm-hmm.
Having to do with 2020, sometime in January. Andy Garcia says, for making the tough call to publish the 77-minute video of the Uvalde shooting.
For doing his job? Like, I don't understand. This is just cracking me up. Oh boy.
Yeah. Dear God. My congressperson, Maxwell Frost. And look at the reasoning, Savvy, for bringing the flair and fury to his generation to Congress.
What flair? What fury?
What flair? What fury? Like, what?
A lot of this is just representation.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. It's just like optics. Like, they haven't actually done anything.
Yeah, it's like just optics. It's like, oh, here's a bunch of Black people and here's a bunch of brown people, and then let's put them in your face without them actually doing anything really meaningful for people.
Right. Right.
Because look, I live in this guy's district. Nothing's changed yet.
There you go. That's right. For people who didn't know, JB is in his district. So just FYI.
Christian Walker and the women for dropping a bombshell on Herschel Walker's campaign, changing his course.
That's Herschel Walker's son, right?
Yeah.
Boy, I tell you.
Like, what?
This is desperate. It's desperation.
Yeah, definitely. Diana Huang for creating a political infrastructure so Asian American Pacific Islander women can lead.
That's an audience pick too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it says in 2009, she funded the only group solely focused on growing number of progressive Asian American Pacific Islander women in political leadership. Last year, the Asian American Women's Political Initiative launched its first kind of national fellowship and incubator program, activating women focused on changing and giving them up to $10,000 for civic impact projects.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. I don't really have much to say about that one. Edward Blum says, for leading conservative argument on momentous affirmative action cases.
Again, for doing his job.
For doing his job. Mm-hmm. Kimberly Yee for withstanding Arizona's blue wave to win re-election by a double-digit margin.
They they put people on this list just because they won like their seat or something? Like, this is yikes.
You know what? They're effing with us right now. Here you go, Sabs. Here you go.
For what? For
For
what?
demanding action on the unbelievable water crisis in Jackson, Mississippi.
Was this before or after he made fun of low income, potential students that he was trying to recruit? What a joke, man. You guys don't know they used to call Deion Sanders prime time, like when he played football, because he played football and baseball for people who don't know. That was like back in the day. I don't think people do that today, though. But like back then, he played football and baseball, and people used to call him Mr. Primetime. They used to call him Primetime. He also came out with an album. He cannot sing really, but he's done those things. But this is just, oh boy. Did he give them any water? Rome did.
I don't know. Deion Sanders got it, by the way.
Yeah.
He got it.
Very well.
All right. We all know this torture maniac from Guantanamo Bay, and also the governor of my state, said for bucking popular sentiment to harness the culture wars and cement GOP power. Yeah, whatever. We got you. Rachel Levine for leading White House efforts to dispel misinformation on trans rights. Tish James for her laser focus on prosecuting Donald Trump's actions and dealings.
For doing her job.
Rachel Sweet for winning the first test of state abortion policy at the ballot box. Let me see. Todd Kim for holding perpetrators of environmental crimes accountable.
Okay.
For doing his job, but
He's still doing his job. I don't think
environmental crimes. I agree. That's fine. Alexis McGill Johnson for organizing Planned Parenthood's biggest political push ever in the midterms. Let me see. Wisdom Cole for organizing, persuading, and rallying to cancel student debt.
And that's the audience pick.
Yeah, and I'm cool with this one.
Yep.
So we ain't got much to say there. And then Alejandra Caraballo and Chase Strangio says for tracking and litigating anti-trans bills in America in their many iterations. So Tom Rogers for influencing the Hill on issues from cannabis policy to tribal recognition. I mean, tribal recognition, I don't have a problem with. And cannabis policy.
What cannabis policy? They haven't done anything about it.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. But his hair matches the suit. Terrence Woodbury for warning the Democratic Party not to take black voters for granted.
Bruh, JB.
Yes, ma'am. I don't think he succeeded. What do you think?
I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I mean, hell, a lot of people have done that.
Yep. Kristen Sinema and Joe Manchin.
You gotta be kidding me. No. What?
Yeah, I know. Barack Obama.
But what was theirs for? I'm sorry, I didn't get to
Them?
read. Yeah, what was theirs for?
For keeping the filibuster, even if it meant tanking Democrats' election reform. That's what it was for.
Wow.
Yeah. And then they got to put this war criminal, Barack Obama, for closing the 2022 midterms.
Oh my God.
And then Karen Bass for taking immediate action as Los Angeles mayor to fight homelessness, even though homelessness still is raging on in Los Angeles.
I was about to say, like, I don't know about that.